Hello viewers, welcome to the video lecture series of the job role Soil and Water Testing Lab Assistant for Class 11th, Unit 1 Introduction to the Soil Session 3. In the previous session, we have learned about soil color and textural classes, in which we have seen the soil color is based on chroma, hues and values. And under textural classes, we have seen the sand, silt and clay. Students, let us see the next physical properties of the soil, that is soil structure in details. Viewers, the soil structure is actually the arrangement of the individual soil particles into large unit. It's called soil structure formation. Aggregation is the basic process through which soil particle is bind in different pattern resulting in different soil structures. The principal binding agent for the soil particles are clay, humus and calcium carbonate. The primary particle formed naturally in different forms and size due to this binding is called pads. However, it is interesting to know that soil aggregate formed due to the agriculture practices like tillage and intercultural operation etc. are termed as clods. Student, now let us look into the different type of the soil structure. As you can guess from the name itself, first is a granular. Granular means like shapes of a grain. Next is crumbs. Crumbs means a small aggregation of soils. Platy, which are in form of layered structure. Prismatic means horizontal arrangement of the soil structure. Massive means the solid broad structure of the soil. Columnar means the shape of a column. The blocks in the shape of a small blocks. Viewer, now let's move toward another important properties of the soil, that is soil bulk density and particle density. Student, before going in detail, let us first know what is bulk density. Bulk density is defined as the mass of the many particles of the material divided by the total volume they occupy. Student, here the total volumes includes two things. First is the volume of the solid particle and second is the volume of the pore in between the solid particle. Bulk density is one of the important soil physical indicator which provide a detailed outlay about soil compaction and root growth development. Student, now coming to the particle density. It is actually the mass of the soil divided by the volume of soil solid alone. Student, let us know how the bulk density of the solid can be calculated. Student, let us see how the bulk density of the solid can be calculated. You can see that in the illustrations that a fertile soil has one half of a solid and another half of a pore space. Therefore, a 1 cubic centimeter volume of the fertile soil would have 1/2 cubic centimeter volume of a pore space and another half cubic centimeter volume of a solids. The weight of the air in the pore space is always considered as 0 gram or nil. Viewers, in general, the particle density of the soil is assumed to be 2.66 gram per cubic centimeter. Therefore, the mineral solids in the soil samples would weigh 1.33 gram when dry. And it is determined by multiplying the particle density by the volume of solids. For calculating the bulk density, we can divide the dry weight of the solid by its volume. As calculated by dry weight is 1.33 gram per cubic centimeter. Student, the percentage of the pore space can also be calculated using this formula, as percentage of the pore space is equal to 1 minus bulk density to particle density into 100. If we know the bulk density and the particle density of a soil, we can calculate pore space of a given soil sample. For this, first we determine the bulk density by weighing a solid sample of a measured volume. The particle density is assumed to be 2.65 gram per cubic centimeter. So we will get 1 minus 1.1 divided by 2.65 into 100, which will give you 59% of pore space. Since the 59% of the space is porous, we can say that the rest 41% is been filled by the solid particles. So student, let us summarize what we have studied in this video. First, we have learned about the different physical properties of the soil, in which we have learned about the different soil structure, soil bulk density and particle density. Finally, we have learned how to calculate the bulk and particle density. So student, that's all for the today's session. Till then, keep watching and enjoy learning. Thank you.